Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 7 of What If Naruto Was a Badass with Godlike Abilities. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was the Ultimate Saiyan over on Anime King 3. And enjoy that guys. And remember, for anyone this is the first time hearing my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all for your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, we'll just begin this new episode. Start the intro. So the last time we left off, as Naruto was taking the girls shopping, as he brought them to get whatever outfit they want, and not to mention weapons with Chunin exams that was coming up, as Tenten was there, as even though it was her father's store, as Naruto's gonna buy her anything that she wanted, as Naruto said some things that really pissed her off as she was in front of Neji and she got embarrassed, so she chased him all over the village. That is when Konohamaru was manhandled by Kankuro. As Naruto went over and gripped Kankuro's hand, Kankuro was shot by the speed as Gaara came down. As Naruto spoke to the Sand siblings, as he turned towards Temar and gave her a wink. As Tenten had tried to get away after the fiasco that she pulled by shooting a fireball after him. As Naruto chased after her, she ran to the Hokage's office. But Naruto was there. As he slapped everyone in his whip that got in his way. Yujito was hiding Tenten as he grabbed both of them and jumped away, flying through the sky as he laughed psychotically. The time then passed as the exam was right around the corner. As everyone seemed a bit antsy, even Naruto, as he decided to release that stress. With a wonderful night with the girls, let's just say afterwards he was exhausted and also relieved as well. But it was time for the exams. He almost burned down the kitchen by trying to cook, as his pancake literally came alive and started to attack them. Luckily, they were able to deal with the situation. With that, both him and Ino went off. As they met up with Sakura, as they wait inside. Arriving in there, as Naruto stepped forward drawing all attention towards him. As Kabuto came over, as Naruto smelled something weird. As he looked towards a man that was acting calm, yet Naruto felt like something was off. Unknown to Naruto, he was also being watched. As the Kumo team and every other team was in there. Once that was over, as Ibiki came in, as Naruto made fun of the man. Anko was holding her side as she was laughing, as she was currently in the box watching everything go on. But once it was her time, she came bursting in, as she introduced herself. They made their way to the Forest of Death, but Anko was nowhere to be seen. As the rest of the Chunins went to find her, only to find her making out with Naruto in the bush. As they separated, as they got to work, as Naruto prepared himself to take the exam. Once he was in the forest, he came upon a team from the Land of Rain. As there were no chance. There was no chance in hell that they could even touch him, as he subdued them rather quickly. As he made his way off in the forest. As he didn't know what would happen, but he was bored, and he was looking to have some fun. So yeah guys, those basically as we left off. You guys can switch across to the play check for yourself. So this will begin this new episode. We start this episode off with Ino and her team, as they were currently hiding. They watched as Gaara was using his sand, as he was crushing a team down to nothing but blood and flesh. Without any mercy, he ripped them apart. He smiled as he did so. Shikamaru realized that they were screwed. Okay, we need to get out of here before he finds us and kills us. It's pointless. Here to know that we're here, said Ino, as she saw Gaara. His face calmly turned towards where they were hiding. We have to fight, she said. Ino, you can't really think that we can face that guy and live, said Choji. Look at you two, shaking in terror. You're supposed to be clan heirs, so start acting like it, she said. A bloodthirsty grin came on Gaara's face. The three of them had to move. As the arrow was slammed with sand, Ino flashed through hand sign, fire style. Flaming flowers, she said. As she molded her chakra, an incredible amount as she fired a flower from her mouth. A flower that was burning hot as it hit Gaara's sand. To everyone's shock, the sand turned into glass, showing how intense her flames were. As Ino landed, I know that I'm not stronger than you, but there's no point running away with that sand of yours. So, there's no point, and I won't cower down, she said, as she prepared herself. She had learned from Naruto that this guy was bad news, but still, she had to fight. She was no coward. Your blood will satisfy mother for now, said Gaara, as more sand shot towards Ino as she dodged, flipping away. Damn it, if only I could pull water from the air like Naruto-sama, she thought, as there was no water supply nearby. As she landed in a tree and flashed through hand sign, fire style. Raining flames, she said. The volley of flames came shooting down towards Gaara, but he stood there without a care in the world. But the fire rain then exploded outwards, surprising Gaara as it slammed right into his sand. His sand instantly crystallized, well, it turned into glass, trapping him in a glass dome. Ino leaped as she raised her staff to crack it right open on him. But before she could, she was slammed with a ferocious wind blast as she crashed into a tree. Did you forget about us, said Temari. As Ino looked up, I'm not alone either. Human boulder, said Choji as he rolled, going straight towards the glass Gaara. But before he could, a massive wave of sand came out, stopping Choji. Damn it. Shikamaru cursed as Gaara exploded out of it. He turned towards Ino with an anger look in his eye, as he seemed to be scowling. He shot more sand towards her. Ino pushed fire chakra into her staff, as she slammed it into the sand, dispersing it. As Kankuro was slowly making Kurusu come behind Ino, he smirked as Kurusu leaped, but Ino dropped down low, as the claw end of Kurusu passed over her head, as she spun with her staff. Wow, said Shikamaru. She has really gotten good over this month. As he was cursing at himself as well. Has he really fallen that far behind, where he couldn't even fight with his comrades? As the words of Naruto came in his mind, Wind style, Cyclone Jutsu. Temari once again swing her fan, as Ino jumped but the sand caught her. As Gaara had a bloodthirst smile on his face. When I kill you, Uzumaki shall come for his revenge, and mother will feast upon his blood. As he raised his hand to clench his fists, but his sand started to expand before it started turning to glass. As Ino's leg broke out of it, her leg was on fire. She twists. She slammed her leg into his face, brutally, as Gaara was thrown back, cracking his sand armor in his face, as Ino jumped away. Shikamaru was beyond shock as he couldn't believe it. Ino, that was amazing. Where did you learn all of this, he said. I learned it from Naruto-sama. He's really amazing. As the group quickly fled. What do we do now, said Choji. We go to the tower, said Ino. But we don't have the Earth Scroll. Ino pulled out the Earth Scroll. When I kicked him in the face, I grabbed it. As the two boys looked at her, as she just kept on grinning. This Ino was definitely a lot different from the one they used to know. As for Naruto, as he was currently riding on the back of Katsumi, as she had enlarged herself, as Naruto heard a scream as he made her stop. This chakra, it felt so similar, like he didn't know, but it was weird. Katsumi-chan, go towards the scream, said Naruto. As he arrived towards the scream, there was a massive giant bear that was blocking their sight of who was screaming. As Katsumi growled towards the thing, the bear turned before seeing Katsumi. It ran off, scared for its life. As Naruto jumped off Katsumi's back, stay back, I don't have a scroll. A redhead with glasses was pushing herself back towards the tree branch. As Naruto looked towards her here, as he thought about his mother here that he saw in the photograph, they were so similar. Calm down, said Naruto, I'm not gonna hurt you. You really think I'll fall for that, she said, as she reached and phoned Akuna as she held it up, her hands shaking a bit, as she pointed at him. Your chakra, said Naruto. It feels so similar to mine. Are you an Uzumaki, he said, or a chakra? Feels so identical, he said, as Naruto released his own chakra. The breeze started to blow, as water started to gather in the air, and just watched around him, as lightning crackled across his body. It was hypnotic, as she looked at the strange view of the three natures just swirling around him, like he was some sort of god. As she could feel his chakra, it was so calm, soothing and nice. You're also Uzumaki? The girl in the throne said as she picked herself up. Yeah, said Naruto. I can't believe it. I thought I was the last one, she said, as she looked him over. I guess that makes us family, said Naruto. Yeah, maybe, she said, as Naruto noticed that she looked quite bruised up. Come on, I'll protect you, he said. We're not from the same village. How can you protect me, she said. You're an Uzumaki, part of my family. During the war, all Uzumakis that fled their homes were to return to the Leaf. A contract that was set in the past. And the contract is still in progress. Wait, so I count as a fleeing Uzumaki? As Naruto saw the warm smile on her face, tears in her eyes, her hands were shaking, he stepped forward and hugged her, figuring that was the right thing to do. As she seemed relieved, happy, scared at the same time. It seems like she has been through a lot as he held on to her. It's alright now, said Naruto. Everything's gonna be fine. I promised you. I wouldn't let anyone lay a finger on you. What's your name, he said. Karin, she said. Nice to meet you, Karin. Naruto paused, as he felt the kunai that he gave Sakura go off. Katsumi-chan, guard Karin. As Naruto flashed away in a blue flash. As Karin looked towards the giant fox, one of the fox tails extended and wrapped around her. As it lifted her up, she realized that the fox was protecting her. Meanwhile, Naruto appeared right in front of Sakura, as Sasuke was getting bit in the neck. Sakura was clutching her side in pain. Sakura-chan, what happened? He said. Orochimaru, she said. As Naruto snapped his gaze around, as Naruto created a clone. As Naruto noticed Sasuke was screaming out in pain, he flashed away. Blam! Orochimaru was surprised that a kick slammed into his spine, throwing him away. As Naruto created another clone that picked Sasuke up and brought him over to Sakura. As Sakura started to heal herself, as she started to check over Sasuke. As Orochimaru picked himself up, there wasn't even a scratch on him. The man chuckled darkly. Oh, Naruto-kun, he said. Nice of you to join us. I was wondering if I would run into you. As there was this sick, sadistic smile on his face. Naruto said nothing as he made a single hand sign as blue lines appeared in his hands and spread up his body, as they seemed to break, releasing his chakra. As the ground started to crack, trees were bending before they snapped. The ground was rooted out. Luckily, they had moved a bit away from Sakura, as chaos spread. As Naruto blonde hair started to dance, lightning crackling off his body. As the armor started to light up, electricity coursing through him. Orochimaru was shocked. He knew that Naruto possessed 9 tails, but this was ridiculous. This chakra, it couldn't be his own because it was pushing into Biju level war chakra. As Orochimaru narrowed his eyes, but he kept himself calm. Are you sure you want to fight me? A Kage level ninja. Even if you go all out, you won't be able to defeat me. As Naruto blade appeared as he gripped it tight. I am no fox, but the eagle that catches a worm. The bird that catches a snake. I am something that you can't fathom. A thunderbird with no equal, said Naruto. as he slipped into his stance. Orochimaru looked amused at Thunderbird. "You stupid child. Let's see if you can even match Sasuke." Orochimaru couldn't go all out. After all, he'll be surrounded by envoys. So he went towards Naruto charging at a speed much lower than he was known for. But that was his big mistake, thinking that he could best Naruto. Before he could even do anything, Naruto appeared in front of him. As Naruto did not hold back, Naruto carved his blade in Orochimaru's chest, ripping through flesh. As Naruto's hand was moving like blurs, rip and tore, Orochimaru cried out in pain as his mouth opened so wide he could literally swallow Naruto. But another Orochimaru slipped out of it. Orochimaru snarled, but he forced himself to go calm. "Not bad, Naruto-kun," he said, still upset that he had to use his body-changing jutsu on this brat. "You shot me for a second there, but it's useless." As Naruto gripped his blade tighter, "You just gave me an opportunity to keep on cutting you," said Naruto, as he readied himself once again. Orochimaru snarled. He can't release his full power. The whole village would know that he was here. This time he upped his speed to about an elite Jonin. As he readied himself, the both of them clashed in the center. But to his surprise, Naruto outmaneuvered him. Orochimaru found himself defending until Naruto slashed him right in the arm, forcing the two arms to go limp. As Naruto moved like a monster, carving and twisting, a brutal kick to Orochimaru's chin. Orochimaru's head snapped into a tree as Naruto drove his blade directly into his chest. At the last moment, Orochimaru slipped through his mouth once again, as he had to change twice. As Naruto was upon him as he shed his body, Orochimaru turned as he regurgitated the Kusanagi blade. He clashed sword with Naruto. As he pushed Naruto back, he flashed behind Naruto. He slammed a heel in Naruto's head as Naruto dropped like a bomb. Ricocheting off the ground, Naruto came back towards him and disappeared in a burst of speed. Orochimaru felt the air, electrified. The next thing he knew, he was blasted with a ball of lightning. 13 dance twisters, said Naruto. As he spun, Orochimaru brought down the Kusanagi, but it was deflected. As Naruto's body was like a blur, several cuts and jabs litter Orochimaru's skin all over. As Naruto stood there, "Is this all you got? Well then, time for you to die." Orochimaru sent several snakes towards Naruto from his sleeve, as Naruto carved them up into tiny pieces. "Is that it? Uncle can dance better than you," said Naruto. As Naruto saw a shadow below him, he looked up as a snake came crashing down, as Orochimaru stood there with a smirk. But then the snake started to twist and writhe, as the snake body was propped up to show Naruto who was standing. As he held the snake mouth open, a clone of Naruto appeared and took his place as Naruto gripped the snake by the face and twisted it. He launched it towards Orochimaru. "Take your trash," said Naruto as he extended his hand. "Grand slash win," he said, as Naruto released some deadly slashing blades that tore through the snake as one of them ripped right in Orochimaru's arm. As the area was decimated, blood and guts going everywhere, as Orochimaru realized he was not getting anywhere. Without fighting for real, this boy will kill him if he stays here any longer. And he couldn't fight for real because his presence would be known. But still, Naruto was able to keep up with him using practically unfull level amount of power. This boy was something else. But he had already done what he came here to do. Wind style, great wind breakthrough. As Naruto already flashed through hand sign, finishing his own wind technique, wind style, wind dragon, he said. "I'm not done yet," said Naruto. Wind style, splitting dragon. The dragon attack split into 5 parts, as they decimated the area, completely wiping it away. As Naruto stood there, damn it, he got away. As Orochimaru's chakra was gone, he wasn't dead, the damn snake fled. As Naruto quickly made his way back, Sakura was currently in a barrier, as a clone had constructed it. As Sakura was looking at Naruto as he came back, that was amazing, she said. Her eyes went wide. "Naruto!" as a sword ripped through Naruto's chest. "Never turn your back on your enemy," Orochimaru said. As Naruto gripped the blade, he smiled. Boom! His body exploded. Sakura found herself in Naruto's arms. As a clone of Naruto was holding the unconscious Sasuke. Naruto, why are we leaving? He's weak. That's not the real him, said Naruto. That's just a clone of his. Wait, what about Sai? She said. Don't trust him, Sakura. He's on the ground, but he's hiding his chakra. It's like he's spying on us. Whatever you do, don't trust him. Okay, she said. As Naruto rested Sakura on his back, she was tired as she draped her arms around him, as she decided to get some rest. Time skip. Sakura woke up as it was nighttime. They were in a husk of a tree. As she looked around confused, when she heard snoring as she saw Naruto sleeping. As if they weren't in a forest, where they could die at any moment. But she saw Katsume, and a red-haired girl, that looked strangely like his mother. Well, the red hair was a big part of it. As Naruto had showed them the photographs of his mother. Knowing him, he must have put up some barrier seals, because he was sleeping like nothing was wrong. She did not see Sai outside trying to get inside. He was really not to be trusted, it seems. As she went back to get some rest, after looking after Sasuke to see that he was sweating and moving around in his sleep. The next morning when she woke up, she heard fighting going on outside, as she quickly made her way to see. As Naruto brutally slammed his feet in someone's face, knocking them down. And there was another Naruto that held up a boy, unconscious, as he was tied to the tree. As Naruto stepped over the girl, "And you," said Naruto as he crouched down, as she backed away from him. "Strange. You didn't want to fight." "Why?" he said. I didn't," she said. They forced me to do it." As Naruto looked over the girl, he heard them call her Kin, as they were telling her to fight. It seems like she didn't want any part of it. "But seeing that you refused them, unless I kill them," said Naruto, "they would make your life live in hell for not helping them. And you will be all alone. But you just have to leave this place," said Naruto. As Kin started to panic. Can I join you?" she said. As Naruto raised her eyebrow and Sakura rolled her eyes, seeing that smirk on his face. "Kin-chan," he said, "if all you wanted was to join me, that's all you had to say." No, that's not what I meant," she said, blushing red. "Well then," said Naruto, "how about I take you from Orochimaru, and you become my slave?" Slave? Why would I do that?" she said. "It's not what you're thinking. I just want to make you a pretty housemaid that served the Uzumaki household." As Kin thought about her options, most of them led to death if she didn't take this option, and she thought about it for a long while. "If I do this, can you do it for my friend Teiwai as well?" "I will do it if you promise to bring her as well." "Teiwai, huh? Of course I'll save her," said Naruto. "Just tell me what she looked like, and I'll save her," said Naruto. "You would really do that?" As he simply nodded with a smile. He held out his hand as a water lance formed in his hand. He turned and threw it. As Sai leaped out of the bush. "You almost got me," Dickless said Sai. Before Naruto could say anything, there was this wave of evil chakra that seemed to spread from the cave that they were in a moment ago. "This power, it's amazing. This is what I can use to kill him," Sasuke said. As Naruto narrowed his eyes. "What's going on, Uchiha?" he said. "You," said Sasuke. "A perfect chance. Fight me." "Sasuke, what are you? Stay out of this," he said to Sakura, as his eyes focused on Naruto. "You wanna fight me, huh?" said Naruto, as he cracked his neck. "It won't be pretty." Sasuke shot forward, the intent to kill in his eyes, as he threw a left jab. As Naruto turned and slapped his hand so hard, Sasuke's whole body was put off. As Naruto twisted and drive his fist into Sasuke's gut, all the air was knocked out of Sasuke's lungs as he dropped to his knees wheezing. As Naruto turned and brought up his leg, blam! A vicious kick in the air, water style, crashing wave. As water came down and slammed Sasuke hard, as Naruto went and get on top of him, as he pinned him. "Sakura, come and count the pin." Sakura came over. as she appeared in a referee uniform. 1, 2, 3. She took Naruto's hand. Winner, Naruto Uzumaki, she said. Everything then snapped back to reality as Naruto looked down towards Sasuke, who was unconscious. Told you it wouldn't be nice, he said. Alright, said Naruto. It's time to go. As he looked towards the unconscious Sasuke, more like the mark on his neck. This could help him to get the mark off Uncle as well. Time skip. Old man, you wouldn't believe what I found in the forest, said Naruto. As Hiruzen was told that Naruto had some information for him that he needed to hear right now. It wouldn't happen to be these two young girls, now would he, said Hiruzen, hoping that was not the urgent news that Naruto came to him with. Yeah, but also, Orochimaru. He was after Sasuke. Kin here can tell you more about his plan. And why would she be telling me more about his plan? I used to work for him, she said. By used to. Should I assume that you're seeking asylum here for giving up this information without any hassle? Yes, but her face was incredibly red. I will be Naruto-sama's slave, she said. Well, that is a good way to save you from the evils of the council and transfer you to the village safely. We can say he defeated you and claim you as his reward. As the idea popped in Hiruzen's head, as he wrote down something, as Naruto now decides an old man. Someone is spying on us, said Karin. As Hiruzen heard his eyes. Jiraiya, it seems like you've been caught, he said. As he saw the girl looking towards the window opened as Jiraiya entered inside. How did you sense me? Jiraiya said, looking towards Karin. I'm a Uzumaki sensor. You can't hide from me. Yet you still can beat a wild bear, said Naruto, with a chuckle. As Kin laughed, as Karin punched him in the gut. Ouch, she said. You do realize I'm wearing armor, right? Said Naruto as he laughed even more. You asshole, she said as she turned her back to him. Well, anyway, Kin, can you please tell me what my foolish teammate has done now? He wants to attack the village and destroy it in the finals of the exam. The stone is joined up with the sand. He also wanted to have the stone help out as well. But their leader thinks that he's a fool and his idea would fail. But the man never say no, so you have to watch out for that as well. Hiruzen scratched his chin at that. Well, that is bad. If he get the hidden stone, we will have a hard time fighting back. He wants to kill you the most, Lord Third. He wants to trap you in a barrier and revive the past Hokages to fight and kill you. Luckily, she was good friends with Teiwaya, who was a part of Orochimaru's main Zone 4. And her good friend had told her a lot, as Orochimaru had them getting ready, because the plan was going to come in soon. Couldn't have them faltering at any moment. He will have Gaara rampage through the village in his transformed state to destroy and weaken your village, while the shinobis pamper it. That's not good. With that amount of damage and chaos all over the village, things will get really bad really quickly, said Naruto as he thought about his new family, all the people in Red Light District that he cared for. I will inform the council about this, and we will come up with a plan to overcome this, said Hiruzen. I can take out Gaara, said Naruto. You don't have to worry about him, and I can use my clones to get the people to safety. That's a good idea, Hiruzen said. I can also use my summon to take out the sneaks. Wait, you have a contract, Jiraiya said. Yes, I do, said Naruto. Show me, said Jiraiya. As Naruto went through handstand and slammed his hand down the table, there was a poof, as a small Thunderbird landed on Naruto's shoulder. You see, I have the Thunderbird contract, said Naruto, as he scratched the bird's head. How did you get the mythical contract for them, Jiraiya said, baffled that this boy had the contract. Well, it's a Uzumaki summoning contract, said Naruto, like it was the obvious thing he said it. Wait, does that mean I can sign it too, said Karin. Sure you can, said Naruto, as he patted her head. Hey, I'm not a dog, she said, as she hid away his hand. So, do you know about your family as well, said Jiraiya. Say what you really want to ask, said Naruto. You want to know if I know about my dad, and if I know that you were close to him. And all this time you could have been there for me, said Naruto, as his eyes turned wicked, as the room started to get a bit tense. Look, I'm sorry, said Jiraiya. I was always out on the road, if you know. With my spine at work, I wouldn't have been able to take proper care of you and do my duties for the village at the same time. As that pissed Naruto off even more. So you're telling me that you never came to this village even once? Reporting back to the old man, why didn't you come to see me? Jiraiya lowered his head. You know what? Don't feel sorry for yourself because I don't care anymore, said Naruto. I took care of myself back then. And I don't need you. I can make it up to you by training you for the month. No thanks, said Naruto. After all, you have better things to work on than training someone who doesn't want or need your training. But I'm a legendary ninja. One of the Sanins. I can surely help you a lot. Well, that means nothing to me, said Naruto. I already have enough power, he said, as a grown crack. As 5 tails came behind him waving menacingly. And as you can see, I'm in full control. There is no shock. Naruto, when did you learn how to control so much of the Kyuubi's power? Well, it's simple, said Naruto. It's because Katsumi-chan is my girlfriend. Wait, said Jiraiya. So, Katsumi, that's the Nine Tails? And it's a woman? Yes. And her name is Katsumi, not Nine Tails. Jiraiya raised both hands in defense. I'm pretty sure I can still beat you though. I just beat your teammate in a farce, while still holding back, said Naruto. No way, said Jiraiya. Whatever, said Naruto, as he held his hand out. I believe that you have something for me, the key to my seal. I needed to master all of Katsumi's chakra. My father told me that you had it. How did he tell you? Asked Jiraiya. He sealed some of his chakra into the seal, and talked to me after we fought. Who won? Said Hiruzen. Well, he wanted to test his Rasengan against my strongest jutsu. He should have known better than to test a small Rasengan like that against an Uzumaki with almost unlimited reserves, said Naruto. So, of course I won. I wish I could have seen that, Hiruzen said. Well, you should be glad to take place inside my head, said Naruto. Because if it was out here, well, Konoha would be screwed. Well, this is a lot, said Jiraiya. I had wanted to take you, after this whole thing was over, on a training trip so that you could get stronger. My spies have reported back to me that there's a group surfacing. And they're after Jinchurikis. Wait, so you want to take me to get stronger by controlling Katsumi's chakra, said Naruto. That's one of your main focus. Jiraiya nodded. Well, that's stupid. I mean, wouldn't this group of S-rank criminals know how to negate a Bichu chakra, seeing that you're coming after Jinchurikis? Jiraiya rubbed back his head. Well, that makes a lot of sense, he said, as Naruto clenched his fists. If this group is after me, I'll simply hunt them down first and exterminate them. And you can come with me as my medic, Karin. But I'm not that strong, she said. Don't worry. We'll all train together, said Naruto. You have your big spy network. You should get more information on them, said Naruto. What's the name of the group? It's known as the Akatsuki. I will see what else I can find. But be careful, this group is really powerful from what I've heard. I will, said Naruto. So, Ki? As Jiraiya went through hand sign, as he summoned Jiratora. As Jiratora looked around, Jiraiya, he said, Jiratora, it's time to give the kid the seal. As the toad turned, as he looked towards Naruto, he looks pretty young. As the toad circled Naruto, but I can tell, he's quite powerful. I hope you know what you're doing. As he unfurled himself. Moments later, the whole thing was done, as Naruto was gone. Well, I can see that he really loved the second Hokage a lot, judging by his style of clothing. I don't really know why, Hiruzen said. He seems to just like Tobirama's attitude or something that he heard in a book or something. He even painted his face one time to look like him. Well, I'm off, Jiraiya said. I got work to do. See you soon, Sensei, he says. He made his way out. As Hiruzen sat down as he wondered, would he make it past this, or would this be his final battle? The ninja world was always unpredictable. As he made a will and naming his successor, well, candidates. As for Naruto, as he was currently in the tower, as he had sent the girls to the house, as he removed his armor and put on a black t-shirt, red pants that were tucked into black sandals. As Naruto went to the cafeteria, there was food there. They had more time, as he got something to eat. As Naruto saw the sand team, hello again, my sandy pals, he said, as he came over. As he looked towards them, and it's nice to you again, he said, as he took her hand and kissed it. As she blushed at that. Hello, Naruto-kun, she said. Hey, don't touch my sister, you jerk, said Kankuro. Hello again, Uzumaki-san. As Gaara looked him straight in the face. Mother, still wants your blood. Right off the bat, huh, said Naruto. If I was someone else, I would have found this really scary and intimidating. Hey Katsumi-chan, is there any way that we can get into his head and somehow talk to Shikaku? Yes you can, said Katsumi. She was in the seal. But you will have to be making contact with him. Hey Gaara, said Naruto. You want to fight, right? A bloodthirsty grin came on Gaara's face. Before that, said Naruto, you have to bump fists with me. As Naruto raised his hand, Gaara looked at the fist strangely, like it was the first time he was seeing something like this. His hand slowly reached out as he bumped fists with Naruto. As everything went white for a second there. What do you want, you stupid fox? Said Shikaku. Don't be like that, little brother. I just want to see you again, said Katsumi, as she was in her full form, as Naruto was on top of her head. I don't want to see you. Just go and die with your stupid human, as he shot a wind bullet towards her, as Naruto destroyed with a lightning ball. Why are you so angry? I didn't do anything to you. You were born, that is what you did. As Naruto narrowed his eyes towards the Shikaku, there is something else inside of him. Yes, said Katsumi, this close. I can also feel it. I'll get rid of it, said Naruto as he jumped down. As he looked towards Gaara, who was being quiet. Uzumaki, what are you doing, said Gaara. I'm trying to help you, said Naruto, as he wrote a seal in mid-air using his chakra, before making a hand sign. Uzumaki style, Eva's soul unsealing, as he slammed his hand down, as a seal spread, as it infected Shikaku, and a ghostly soul came out of Shikaku's head, of an old man. No, put me back, the ghost said. You old bag of dust, just die already, said Shikaku, as Naruto destroyed the seal as a ghost float away. Nice job, stupid human. Now can you remove the seal and set me free? I'm not that stupid, said Naruto. Gaara will also need your help in the future. I'll also fix the seal to make it more comfortable for both of you, and you two can become friends. You both need it. Why do this, Uzumaki-san? Said Gaara. Just call me Naruto. I mean, we're kind of like brothers, given that we're both Chichulkis. As Gaara looked towards Naruto confused. As Naruto stepped forward, there was no automatic defense in here, as Naruto patted him on the shoulder. There's nothing to worry about, he said, calming Gaara down. The moment he reappeared outside, Gaara fell as he passed out. His siblings started worrying instantly. Don't worry, he's just asleep, said Naruto. He'll be fine. Just asleep. But he can't, don't worry, said Naruto. Nothing will happen, as he looked towards Temari, as she wondered how did Naruto know, but he simply gave her a smile. Time skip. 3 days later, as Naruto had used a seal, and more of Katsumi's chakra was available to him, but coming with it was the darkness. He needed to fight his dark side to purge it or something like that. Wake up. It's time to kill. As Naruto got out of bed, the darkness was getting louder and louder. Listen here, you jackass. You're not gonna be waking me out of my sleep because you have homicidal problems. You know, you're not reacting like I want you to, the darkness said. Well, that's stupid. You know who I am. Well, we're kind of the same, so this shouldn't be a surprise. Well, when you put it that way, I suppose you're right. But still, you will not win. Well, you can talk as much as you want because we're not gonna fight. Because we're gonna end up killing each other. And I'm not gonna talk to you until you change your ways either, said Naruto, as he rolled over in bed. Curse you. The only reason I'm talking to you right now is because I'm growing weaker, and you know that, don't you? Because of all the positive things going on in your life right now. It's not only my life, said Naruto. It's ours. I know how you must be feeling. You don't want to be forgotten or ignored. And you want my attention. I'll tell you what. How about when this is over, we do whatever we can to use Katsumi's chakra? Fine. That is better than being stored away somewhere deep in your mind. See ya, said Naruto as he vanished. Well, that went well, said Naruto. Now that you're done talking to yourself, get up, before the girls come in and get you, said the voice of Katsumi. You're right about that, said Naruto. If Sakura-chan came in here and saw me still sleeping, I would be in trouble. As Katsumi came out of the seal and sat on top of his head, as she was in her fox form. Let's go, my love. We have people to beat. As Naruto got dressed, Hello, Naruto-kun. As he paused. As he felt his back of his head being pulled into soft, luscious breasts. You know, uncle, you should greet me like this all the time, said Naruto. Well, we can always do more to make this a better morning, she said, with a smirk on her face. As much as I'd like to do that, I'm afraid that we would be late. She pouted. I guess you're right, she said, before she leaned in for a quick kiss. As she took his hand and brought him along. As he arrived, Naruto-kun, I have a lot of money on you, so win it all for me, she said, that smirk. As Naruto saw that several of the team are not fully recovered, and they will be easy picking. Hiruzen appears. He started to talk about the meaning of the exam, but Naruto was listening. Katsumi-chan, do you think we can do some transformation like the other Jinchurikis? Yes, Naruto-kun, but you have to face your darkness first, and then come for my chakra. But considering how you're chatting, it won't be hard. Well, it's me, so once you get past his evil tendencies, he's a really cool guy, said Naruto. You do realize that you're just complimenting yourself, right? Well, yeah, that's the point, said Naruto. She sighed. Why do I expect better, she said. As Naruto watched as names went up on the board, Sasuke versus Yori. As Naruto watched the fight, Sasuke was having trouble because of the curse mark. The rest of the matches went off, and they were pretty boring. As Naruto saw Kankuro went down to the fight, Misume. Hey makeup boy, if you win, I'll give you a coupon for a shop that sell makeup. Good ones, said Naruto. As many people laughed. It's warping, Kankuro cursed back, looking rather embarrassed. Yeah, we all know it's makeup. Why don't you go down there and fight with your stupid dolls? Why don't you come here and say to my face? Nah, rather spend some time with your hot sister. As Kankuro's eyes started to twitch violently, as Naruto winked towards Temari. As Naruto watched, he was pretty good. As he defeated Misume. As Naruto leaned against the wall. When's my turn, he said. I have places to be. I'm sure your match will come up soon, said Soccer. Hey Soccer, will you cook me some dinner again? Your cooking was really good. Really? She said, with a smile on her face. Yeah, everyone loved it last time. Whatever you do though, don't meet those soldier pills again. They nearly kill Haku. Shut it, okay? That was my first time making those, she said. As Naruto saw his name popped up, first is Amoy. As Amoy watches Naruto jump down. Man, what if this guy kills me? And then my village retaliates? He was slapped over the head. This is not time for your nonsense. Get down there, said Karu. Man, why do the flat-chested girls always cause the most problems? What did you just say? He jumped off the railing as he landed in the arena. You know, I know what you mean, said Naruto as he heard him. They always resort to violence to get what they want. Hey! The voice of Karu and Sakura shouted. The both of them rather pissed off. Let's leave them alone for now. Otherwise, they'd turn their wraths on us. Yeah, you're right, said Naruto. As Amoy pulled his blade as Naruto pulled his. The proctor asked if they were ready. As they nodded. Both of them moved. Their blades clashed in the center. As Naruto was surprised by his speed. You're good, said Naruto with a smile. But I'm better, said Naruto, as he pushed Amoy back. As Naruto started to violently attack his blade. Amoy jumped back as he flooded his blade with lightning slash. As Naruto dodged each and every strike. Too easy, he said as he spun. Wind cutter. Amoy had to leap away as the ground was sliced. That's not all you can do, is it, said Naruto. Not even close, Amoy said. As both boys jump and clash. Sparks flying everywhere as Naruto was smiling. This wasn't as bad as he thought it would be. A vicious kick that slammed into Amoy's chest broke the battle and threw him back. You dance well, said Naruto. Keep it coming. Damn, Amoy said as he gripped his chest. He's really strong. Up in the stance. Damn, uncle. This kid is a whiz with a blade, said Ibiki. Yeah, he even beat me using that style. Hey, what style is that, Hayate said. He said it was called the Moonlight Sword style. And let me be the first to say. That shit is scary, she said. I knew it seemed familiar. That style is legendary, Hayate said. He was able to master it? Well, he was able to defeat 2 legendary swordsmen with this style, said Kakashi. As Hayate looked towards Naruto, this kid was something else. Back in the arena, as Naruto looked down towards his chest where there was a slash, I must say, You're better than I expected. As Amoy was littered with cuts. Small tiny cuts over his body. But he was bleeding. All of those cuts combined was taking a lot of energy away from him. Not to mention blood was dripping down towards the ground. As he shakily gripped his blade, as Naruto smiled, "Let's end this, shall we?" As Naruto dropped into a stance. 38. "That's middle," he said. As Amoy moved as the both of them clashed. As they were on the opposite side where they once stood. Still got me a bit, said Naruto as he looked towards a cut on his arm. Blood spurted from Amoy as he collapsed face first. The medics quickly rushed over. As Amoy looked towards Naruto weakly. "You did good," said Naruto with a smile. As Amoy passed out as he was taken away. As Naruto wounds instantly healed up. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see the next person, do like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on the bell notifications they posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was the Ultimate Saiyan, and enjoy that guys over in the Making 3. And yeah, stay tuned for the brand new episode coming over in the Making 2. And I'm off for now, see you guys soon. Peace out.